out on the prairie. Western gales upon the grave. Not that this matters, it's not that it's worn or threadbare and battered. And the sun must rise, and the sun must rise.
So where are you? You're headed across America. You're going to meet people. You're going to hang out.
Last year,
right?
I did about 3 weeks where I just traveled randomly to different small towns, kind of reconnected with Middle America. So we're in Hopkinsville, Kentucky, where my grandmother was born, Grandma Lillian, and we're at the graveyard where she's buried. She passed away about 3 years ago at the age of 102, and was a big part of my life, big influence on me, particularly where it came to reading and the arts. So I've come to see the graveyard. It's weird they used her maiden name because she never used it. There's definitely a Southern Gothic element to my family's tragedies that's been hard at times to overcome. The song I'm gonna play today, I think, was probably recorded here. Anytime I'm in a studio where there's history and records were made where I was influenced by the artists and stuff, it's not so much the ghosts of the place, it's more I'm struck by there's something about the place that makes music seem better, and I start to relate then why so many great records were made in a particular place, or artists were attracted to that place. So being in a studio like this, where some of the most famous country songs in particular were ever made, and you can imagine if the walls could talk type of thing. Music's a reflection of whatever your environment is, and I'm so used to playing, you know, stinky halls and old theaters. It's nice to play in the elements and kind of draw from the byways and the highways. It's kind of interesting because over here the guys got miner hats, and it's kind of one thing I've been after, is kind of trying to locate my grandfathers in my consciousness. You know, my father's side, he died before I was born. I knew my maternal grandfather a bit, but my paternal grandfather was a coal miner. So, and that was part of what they said killed him, is that black lung. So, kind of interesting because this is definitely that part of the world. Yeah.
This, I guess I truly am not a singer, because about 5 years ago, after we moved here, I have the distinction of being the only person I've ever heard of that was thrown out of the church choir. The choir director.
What'd you do?
Sang too loud.
That's what.
That's what.
No, see, that's...
And I didn't blend in.
That's what happened to me in choir. Because our voices are so loud, we stick out.
Well, but
that's what makes us good lead singers.
I liked writing for city magazines. You know, I might have done I've never written about you. See, that's just, here I've got a subject, and he's just Billy. but
it's very humbling when you think that these were working class people making music not for fame, although I'm sure they wouldn't have minded. They literally had to figure out a music that not only touched people, but that sort of connected to their experience. The blues is very much a people's music and continues to be. I moved to Corgan, Texas, and make them change the name. Drop the R and the I. Get the party started. I feel a strange sense of empowerment.
Close the door, turn out the lights. Savants, a pillbox, please. A man's overboard without dreams, while the actors sleep in dunes, and the artist's bone draws down. Turn the dial, the ambulance, for the Prince of Silas change, his carriage wept by.
I only have a few fears, but two of them are heights and confined spaces. I can't stand being in a confined space for too long. It makes me crazy. Oh, and I don't like to be told what to do, which is why I don't like tours at all. True story, the last time I was in a cave was with Courtney Love.
I'm not Courtney.
How you feeling, Billy?
I hate tours. I'm not a big fan of moving at humanity's pace. But here I am.
Get me out of here. Love bears a serpent high on holy cross, from whence came lost flags of the prophet wave in a bromide march. Chromium dust hymns stay wrung from a cheap funerary urge. Impatient though I am, as your servant I'll breathe fire. Once had full stand, said I, all that I can fight, 'cause I won't find more than I. Love bears a serpent high. Scream thy jets off to Orion, his drone blood-skin, and the hills sing prayers of America. It's hard times.
Yes, my history with bridges isn't that great, but I'm gonna conquer this one. Mirror or no mirror. Dun, 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 dun. Well, after a detour and wading into the mud in the wrong spot and almost crossing into Mexico, we've actually found the famous location. Gonna wade in.
Is it warm?
Yeah. Well, that was awesome. It's up there with the highlights of the trip, I have to say. Maybe the best. Roswell, New Mexico, site of the most famous UFO crash. Sighting, I don't know. They found some dead bodies out in the desert. Or maybe one was alive. Anyway, doesn't matter. Do you believe in UFOs? I do. I'm at the International UFO Museum.
Where the hell are we, Billy?
You're in Taos, baby. Taos. Speechless.
Thank you, Charles.
So why does one get up in the morning out here in the beautiful Monument Valley? Well, a few reasons. One, you want to catch that light, which we just shot some for the album. Some pictures of yours truly. And there was this 10-15 minute period where the light here was just insanely beautiful. Plus, this is the same valley where they used to shoot a lot of westerns. Some of the most famous westerns with John Wayne. You know, probably one of my favorite movies all time, Stagecoach, which I highly recommend, or The Searchers, which really captures in Kodachrome glory this incredible valley. We just picked a spot here to kind of get the right framing for the picture, but if you go down in the bowl there, it's unbelievable. It's
I live in darkness, darling. Faith is that right, true others bade me past others, then fell from my scales. Revisit Christ's decision. There's edict and there's force, yet no set course will guilt a soul on its way back out. 4 years of sorrow.
the highway's over that way. We were driving along, trying to get to LA. I couldn't take it anymore. It's just, once you get back in that world, you realize you're sort of giving up on some kind of dream. So, got off the road, came here around this mountain ridge, back on Route 66. What do you have? Some kind of old hotel, half abandoned, some guys working in the back. I don't know if they're trying to fix it up. Mid-modern hotel, which actually is kind of cool. A lot of empty lots. One post office. They're waiting for something. Despite all my rage, My son is currently riding the train around, so we have a few minutes for wrap-up questions for the 30 days tour trip. It's over. We've arrived in the Golden Shores of California in one piece. The RV, bruised and battered, returned.
promise it's done by day. Spawn the frying, soon the phantoms to flame and scorch in the sky. Forget